Okay, students, as I said, the portal is your best friend. From today, it is your best friend. If you wake up in the morning, you will remember to look on the portal that day. If you don't do it, then you lose. And what do they say? When you lose, you snooze, or when you snooze, you lose, something like that. And we don't want you to lose anything. We want you to be able to get everything you can so that we can grow. Okay, now, first of all, your login details will be sent to you on the 18th of February. For you guys that was in third year last year or in fourth year last year, do not try to log in now. It's not going to work. The portal is not set up yet for you to use. Last year we had a problem. Some students are very eager, and we like eager students, but they tried to go in and it didn't work. We are still busy uploading stuff. So it's not complete yet, and we will be ready for you on the 18th of February. It's 10 days before class. Okay. So your login details, you're going to get your username and you get your password. So if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, you will see you put in your username, your password, you mark stay logged in, and then we say log in. And now we're going into the portal. Okay, now this looks all Greek. If you look at that, you think, what on earth is going on here? Now, the first thing of people that know that worked on portals, the students that comes from UNISA or from other universities, they also have online portals. So for you, it won't be strange. For the people that are not used to that, do not worry. It is not so complicated as it looks. I really want to say to you, it's not complicated. And the best way to learn is to play on the portal. You know that all the things I've learned on a computer was to play on it. And I'm old school. I didn't know much about computers, but I started to play on it and look everywhere and see what's going on. I actually landed in trouble last year or the year before on the portal because I did stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. Remember, Pastor Simon? But anyway, it was to help the students. Anyway, so yeah, the portal is not difficult. We're going to start to look at the top ribbon, the orange one. Can you see my mouse? I don't know if you want to use the that's the top one. Now you're going to see there's words like dashboard, that's the first one. Now if you click on dashboard, this is the view you will get, this specific one. If you click on documents, you're going to see something else, but we will come back. You're going to see finances, you're going to see calendar, leave application, attendance, and queries. We're only going to concentrate on 3 of them today. The reason why is it's going to take too long to go through everything, but the calendar is not complicated, it's just a calendar for you. You can use it. So if you've got other stuff going on, you can populate your calendar with your other stuff too. But of course, the first one will be your attendance when you come to the blocks. Okay, so we're going to start now with the dashboard. We are on the dashboard now. So the silver laureate is going to see the word silver laureate studies. And the gold laureate students going to see gold laureate studies. And we will, as many times as we can, we will put announcements for you on. So just next to down to dashboard, it will say announcements. If we click on that, it's going to give you a message. And I will try my best to always put the date that I put the announcement on. Because sometimes it's something pertaining to the class, sometimes pertaining to an assignment or whatever. So you know when you see the date, Okay, it's for this block. But remember, when you come in block 1, it will be for block 1. If it's block 4, you will see later on something. So do not worry. It is not something to worry about. You will know when it's pertaining to you. We will always put it clearly. Then the next thing that's very important is, first of all, you want a student card because you have to log in. Access the biometric system. So this card will have a photo of you on it. Now we're going to show you how to upload a photo. But you have to take the photo first. So for the ones that did third year, we can, if I remember correctly, last year, the third year students' photos was on. So I could just print the cards. But I think for this type of studies, we want our own new photo. Don't you think so? A nice one. We like to take selfies. So let's take a nice selfie. Not with your bikini on. Not with your G-string, guys. We don't want revealing stuff on the portal. I'm just joking. We want a head and shoulder photo, a nice clear one. And what we're going to do now, we're going to show you what to do. It should be of your face, yeah. Yeah, not the back of your head, because we don't know who you are then. You know? Okay. So when you take the photo, make sure it's in JPEG format. Any other format will not work. I had many disappointed students last year that uploaded it in another format and it didn't work. And then I get this email, I can't get my photo on. It's not working. The portal will only recognize a JPEG format for your photo. Right? Good. So we've got a photo. Now we're going to upload it. How are we going to upload it? We're going to view. I'm pressing view. There's another screen. Right. We're going down up to the bottom first, because the first thing we need is our photo for our access card, and then we can populate the other information after that. So I'm going to choose a photo. I don't know what photos Pastor Simon's got on his laptop, but I think a good one will be the one of Pastor Simon, because this is his computer. Right. Pastor Simon, it is a JPEG. Yes. We choose it and we say save. When you choose it and you hy werk nie. It's supposed to work, julle. I think it's too big. Let's try another one. We can try another one. No. Okay. Anyway, you choose it by choose file. Everything you upload on the portal is going to have this instruction. And it's going to look like choose file or no file chosen. Yeah, the size is also important. Okay, it was too big. Thank you, Pastor Simon, that's true. If the photo is too big, it's not going to go up. Is there we don't really have... You know what, the ID photo, something like that, you will know. A head and shoulder, like an ID photo. That is actually the one we want. Okay. So when you choose it, wherever it's on your computer, you just say save, and then you will see yourself on the portal. There you are. That's me. I'm the teacher today. Okay. Now we want to change details. We go back to view. You can put in your name, your surname, your student number if you want. You don't have to do it. But these details, I'm sure, is drawing through from your form. So just make sure that your ID number is correct, that your cell phone number is correct, and that's the most important ones we are worried about. That's it. And then you're done. Now, I need these photos from the week of the 18th up to the first block. So you have to upload it yourself on the portal in order for me to print a student card for you. We're not working like the undergrad people that had their person in the theater taking photos, uploading it for the student, printing it, and give it to them. We want you all to do it yourself because we are at another level. We're doing stuff now for ourselves. So before the first block, I need your photos on the portal. Any queries about that, you are welcome to send to me. Right. Then we go back to the dashboard. Okay, now I want to show you something very important. Just want to get my notes here. Okay, the next thing next to dashboard is called documents. Every document you can think of will be on the portal for you. That includes your roster. It includes your assignment template. Just for interest sake, I'm going to show you an assignment template that you get an idea what you're going to see. If you press on it, it will download to your computer. You click on it and you will see it. Right. An assignment template is what Pastor Simon spoke about. It's about the body of how your assignment's going to look. So we actually give you a lot of information on the portal. Remember, if you have no name on it, it won't be graded. That's very important. Then I just want to say today, I feel I must do this because I had a problem last year with students that didn't read this document, and then they submitted their cover page on the first upload, and I'll tell you now how to upload, and then their assignment under the attachments. And that's very difficult for the lecturers. They need one document. So your assignment will always consist of the cover page plus the assignment, uploaded in one document in PDF. If they say Word, you do it in Word. Right. Everything together. Your cover page on top, so it's a pack. It's your cover page and your 3 or 4 pages of your assignment, or how many pages, and that gets uploaded first. I'm going to show you now what I'm talking about. Right. We're going back to dashboard. Now we're going to look at the modules. All the modules is uploaded for you. All of them. And then your elective. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you to choose your blocks on this page. Right. We're going to go to block. Pastor Simon, if you can point there for me. It's next to progress. I'll explain to you how this works now. I just don't want to give too much information and you forget the important ones. Under block, there's going to be like a lookup arrow. At the moment, we've got only one to show you, which is under Introduction to Biblical Hebrew. Under that, all the blocks will be listed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to take Introduction to Biblical Hebrew in block 1, you're going to mark there block 1. You're going to choose it there for me. And that is how you're going to do it. You're going to choose all your blocks for me here, and then at the bottom, you're going to say, save block choice. But the moment you saved it, you can't change it. So you have to be very careful when you do it. Don't just do it and, oh no, I wanted to do it in block 3. Then you change your mind. Also, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the figures of how many people book. Going to have a limit. What was it, 30? 30 people per block. If there's more than 30, we're going to move you over to the other one with the prescribed blocks. So, I will suggest do it as soon as possible after the 18th. as soon as possible. You will receive your rosters on the 18th. You will know exactly which blocks are there, and then you choose it, and you choose it for me on the portal, what you want to do. Unfortunately, it will happen that some will run over into the other block. But I don't think we will have that problem because some people really like to spread it. And like Pastor Simon said, it's very important to plan your year. Don't think, okay, I'm going to do all three in first block and second block, all three. Remember now, you've got only 2 months. And you've got so much to do then, and you don't have the time. Plan your stuff good. It's good to only take one in block 1 and take the other in the other block, the other 2. It gives you time. I really am honest with you guys. There is people that like to study, they like to do research, they can do it in their sleep. I don't talk about them. I talk about us other ones that have to do other stuff as well and plan our lives accordingly. Right, so we're going to look at one of the modules. If you want to look, you click on view. I'm going to go back quickly. I've done it very quickly. Okay. Pastor Simon? I want to show them this first, and then I'll show you origins. Yeah. If you go to New Testament, let's click on view. You click on view. Now you see another page coming up. Okay, it's got a heading, it's got a start date, a module name, all that. And then you will see on the left-hand side there's buttons. It's called view. The moment you view something, there will be a percentage after you viewed it. So if you viewed everything on that thing, it will show 100%. But this progress is only for yourself. It's got nothing to do with your passing or anything. This is only for yourself. Do not stress about that percentage. It's for your own information. We don't gonna grade you on that at all. So if you press on view, you will see a slideshow or whatever. Okay? What I actually want to show you is the videos. The videos is always under learn. If you press learn, you're going to see a lot of things listed there. And the first one is prescribed watch before the course. So if you come for New Testament theology in block 3, you must watch this video because it's pertaining to what she's going to teach. So if you press on it, you're going to see there's a video, and you press again on it, and there it's going to play. We don't have the sound on here, but anyway, you're going to watch this video, and that pertains to your class. Now we go to origins of the Bible. Of going to learn. Okay, so let's go back to Old Testament theology. Now you want to know where's your assignment. Of course, you've got to do an assignment. You always do the assignment after you attended class. Do not do an assignment before you attended the class. There's information that you don't know about. You can look at the assignment, but you're going to lose a lot of information. So please do not assignments before you attend the class. It's important information I give you now. Do it after the class. Every lecturer talks about his assignment. Is that correct, Pastor Simon? Every lecture. So you will get tips there. You will get information that will help you to compile your assignment if you listen closely what he said. I picked up something that Pastor Simon said. There's a certain guy that's very good in origins of the Bible, that particular module. And if you listen closely to the name, you made a note. You will say it in the class as well. So do it. Do it, guys. Then you won't struggle. I give you tips now. You must listen in the class when they talk about the assignments. It's very important. Okay, so let's go to submit. Because submit means you're going to submit something. So that means your assignment is there. So if we click on submit, there's a line in blue. And next to it, it says requirements. That is your assignment. Always remember, the blue is your assignment. Click on it. There it goes. You can read. That's your assignment. And remember, I want to say something as well. Your assignments is done after you attended the block, 2 months. On the roster at the bottom, it gives you the dates. Your last date for block 1 was 2 March. 2 May, it must be handed in. And like Pastor Simon said, don't wait until the last day. It's not going to work. Please, please don't do it. So many students cry because they've got to pay the penalty then, because they were 2 minutes after midnight on the 2nd of May. Then they pay. You know what the system does? The portal automatically charges you now with that penalty. Automatically, the moment you're late, the portal knows, I must charge them a penalty. It's not us, it's automated. I promise you. And they cry a lot, and we can't help them. Right. There is under documents, remember now documents is a very important thing on the portal. Do you remember where documents are? On the dashboard? All the information you need is there. It's going to tell you how to do your assignment. There is even a little thing that tells you how to upload your assignment. I was naughty. I was not supposed to do it, but I just thought I'll put it on. Anyway, so submission document is what you use. That will consist of your cover page and your assignment. For Biblical Hebrew and Biblical Greek, especially, you have to put your cover page with your assignment, and it's got to be in PDF format. But that everybody will tell you. I think like Pastor Jenny uses Word. She wants you Word, because then she can write on your assignment comments as well, which is very nice, because then you know you've got everything together. But it will be on the assignment. Every lecturer will tell you in class, listen, I want it in Word, but it will also be on the assignment to tell you, listen, I want it on Word or PDF. I'll tell you now about Pastor Simon's assignment. It's the only one that's different. But if you submit here, you choose the first block. It says submission document. You choose file. You go to wherever you saved it. Let's say you saved it on your desktop. You open it and you upload it. And then remember to press submit. Some students don't press submit. Then they wait for their grade, and they wait, and they wait. Some don't even communicate to me. And then at the stage they say, well, where's my grades? I say, but where's your assignment? I can't see it. So guys, submit is important. Please press it, and then it will be uploaded. And the lecturer can see it. Let's go to Pastor Simon's one. I want to show you something there. Pastor Simon requires you to take a photo of your assignment. You have to upload the photo as well. But he's got a document with your bibliography and your 500 word. Let's take last year's one. I'm not going to say anything about if it's going to stay the same, but let's use it as an example. He had a document with a 500 word essay that you have to write. So you submit the essay and your cover page first. Remember, that is your assignment. Let's go there. Again, submission document. Cover page and that pages that he wants, the written ones, together under submission document. Then supporting document you use for photos. In New Testament, you will have a declaration. That's an attachment. You use the second one, supporting document 1 or 2 or whatever. If you've got more, maybe Pastor Simon will have more attachments this year. I don't know. You can have up to 3 supporting documents to upload. Okay. So the moment you've done it, press submit all the time. Then you're done. Right. You are going to be enrolled by us on the portal. So for every student, we're going to upload you with all the modules. And you choose your elective. That is not your worry. That is something we do. It's a technical thing that we have to do in order for you to be on the portal anyway. But we're also going to upload modules to you that's not really modules. The one is called Dien's Hour. You will see Dien's Hour and you're doing, what must I do with this? You don't have to do anything. You just have to view what we put on Dien's Hour for you. So this whole induction, we're going to take the AVs and we're going to put it under Dien's Hour so you can watch it. We, through the year, might have AVs we want you to watch. And then we're going to put it under Dien's Hour. There is a thing that's called non-attendance research. It's a long word. What Pastor Simone did, and she's so kind to you students. The people in 5th year are doing a mini dissertation. But Pastor Simone was so kind to give you research tips as well. So she said we must put it for the 4th year students on as well. About note-taking, referencing, all those things. She put it on the portal for you as well. So that will look like a module, but it will state non-attendance. So it doesn't mean you have to now go attend the 5th year class for research and methodology. No, you just have to look on it and see what material she uploaded for you to help you to do your assignments, how you do it and stuff like that. Quite nice things. There's one video, there's a few videos on about assignments and dissertations. Listen, if you want to do 4th year, I really recommend you to do 5th and 6th year as well. So you are preparing yourself for 5th year as well. So you're not really losing out. We are preparing the way for you, if you want to. Right. So, another thing I want to teach you. I know people don't like us to talk about finances. But I have to tell you something. If you do not pay your fees, the system blocks you. It's not us. The portal does it automatically. I promise you, you will phone me and say, listen, I can't see anything. Then my first question will be, did you pay your fees? Okay. So to help you, on the portal, you can check your finances. You press finances, and you will see the student who's got money outstanding of 1,400 rand. Whatever. But you're not going to be in arrears because we are faith people and we know the Lord supply all our needs. And we are not going to be in arrears. And you always be on the portal. You will see everything because you will not be suspended. I stand in agreement with you. It will not happen. Do you agree? Right. Yeah. Okay, now the other one is you know about the faith thing. You say the Lord's going to supply, it's going to supply. But you know what? The end date is the end of the month. So we must be wise as well. We are wise people. That's why we're here. Right. So you can check your finances. You even have a thing to upload your proof of payment. Look at the bottom. Upload proof of payment. Do it. Then you don't have a problem. If for some reason you cannot go on the portal, sometimes it happens that your internet's not working at home. Your dongle is kaput and you have to get a new one or whatever, please send the poor your proof of payment. Because she's the finance lady, she keeps your finances up to date. But remember, the poor works on a bank statement as well. If she doesn't have a proof of payment for you, she only checks a bank statement once a week. So if you're cross with us because you suspended, but you didn't upload anything and you didn't send her anything, it's not our fault. We didn't know. Right? So you have to send her a proof of payment if you didn't upload it on the portal. Sometimes it's a good thing to CC me in it. The poor can be on a 3-day conference or something and she didn't see it and I can see it and then I can say, listen, the poor, remember this guy paid or whatever. It's not my job, but I just say, make sure we get your information, that your fees are up to date. So you check your finances yourself. That is very nice. Okay. If for any reason you need a report of your attendance, you send me email, I can give you a report of your attendance. Also remember, the day after class is not going to work because the system's got to upload all the information that came through with the biometric system. So it will be in 2-3 days' time. It will not be exactly the morning after because we use the clock machines of the Bible College office. So, yes. But we can give you a report, no problem. Right. So the other thing is, the one thing that's not supposed to be on this portal, it's not your fault, I'm going to speak to him, is that leave application. The only time you can have leave is if there's death in the family. The only time. And then you have to still supply us the death certificate as well. I'm sorry, it's not us that being nasty or something. Any university work like that, you have to have proof of what you say. If you say, listen, and you come 3 times a month and say, listen, or 3 times in 3 blocks, listen, my oom died, my tannie died, and his little girl, and we don't have the proof of that, we're going to think you just give us an excuse. I know it's not you guys. I know nobody does that, but I'm just using a stupid example, you know. Please, we all have to be responsible for our attendance and stuff like that. But we are not unreasonable people. We are really, we can talk to people, you know, but the attendance is very important. As I said in the beginning, it's tied to your credits. If you don't have 100% attendance, there is a problem. You've got to have 100% attendance. Right. So that is it. So I also want to show you something quickly. If you go into a module, anyone, let's go into Judeo-Christian studies, and you look at your assignment. Just want to go there quickly. In the middle of the bottom row, there's a button that says back, there's one that says query, and there's one that says submit. The query button, if you use that query, this message will go straight to the lecturer. It will not come to me. So if you have a technical problem on your portal, you cannot send Dr. Johnny an email and say, listen, I can't access my assignment. And that's what happened. He's a very busy man. The only time you will send the email to the lecturer is if you are not certain about something about your assignment. And you're welcome to send them emails. They will reply to you. Under documents, we've got a list of all the lecturers' email addresses. You may ask them questions about the assignments. I want to stress something. You get 2 chances. When you submit an assignment and you got 57 and not 60%, please resubmit. That's your second chance. Do it. Even if you have to pay that little penalty, it's fine. Please do it because you want to pass. There's people that don't do it because they don't have the money. Then you talk to us. But do it, please. After you resubmit it and you still didn't get a pass, you cannot submit again. You have to come back. But say, for instance, there's an assignment and you got 60%, but you thought you can get 80%. We don't have a remark option, unfortunately. I don't even think UNISA does it. There's no remark option. If you passed, and a better grade, Well, if you want to decide to come and do it next year and see if you get a better grade, that's good. You cannot resubmit with, in other words, if you passed. You can only resubmit if you failed. Okay. So do your best from the first time and you'll get a nice grade. Okay. Right, we are finished, Pastor Simon. I don't know if there's anything else you think I must address.
No, I think that's fine, Mariette.
Okay.
As Mariette said, the best way to learn how to navigate your way around the portal is to play with it. You're not going to break it. Your portal that you see will show you the classes that you've enrolled for. So say, for example, you've enrolled for dispensations and covenants. That's what you will see. You won't see the other modules there. You'll see those pertaining to you. The portal is your window. I make this statement, okay? This is how you run your day. You wake up in the morning, you kiss your spouse, you log into the portal, and then you brush your teeth and do all the other stuff. Okay. Make it part of your routine. Also recognize the portal keeps a record of every time you try to or upload something. So don't tell us that you've uploaded an assignment when you haven't. We will see every attempt that is made. Now, we're not here to police anything, and Mariette has done something that has been really, really, to me, quite significant. She has conveyed to you that the portal is your friend, but at the same time, shifted blame from us when fees aren't paid and things are stopped, that it's the portal's fault, okay? So the portal can be your best friend, or it can be your worst enemy. How you relate to the portal and follow all the requirements depends on you. We believe that each and every one of you is going to pass, but more importantly, we believe that each and every one of you is going to have something that is going to enable their walk with the Lord in the future to be far greater. Amen. This is the last time you're going to see me doing any form of didactic type lecturing or speaking. Okay? That's not normally my style. So at this time, I want to open up the floor to any questions or answers or questions that you may have, any comments that you want to make, and who's the most athletic person here? I'm listening.
I just wanted to find out, I submitted all my assignments now, and I finished and I passed all my assignments. And what is the exam about? If you pass all your assignments and the exam you fail, or how does it work?
There's only one exam, and that's with biblical archaeology, all right? Biblical archaeology has 2 assignments and 1 exam, and the weighting is different. So, for example, let us take biblical archaeology as the perfect example. The 2 assignments are weighted 10% each, and the exam is weighted 80%. So you can get 100% for both assignments, and you can get 45% for the exam. You will fail. But you can get 70% for the exam and 20% for each of the assignments, and you will pass. Okay. Also, let's take Judeo-Christian studies. It may be a situation where Pastor Johnny decides he wants 2 assignments, which he's allowed to have, and he may weight them 50%, 50%. And this is a weighting, not a marking, a weighting where they both carry the same weight. You have to pass both of them with 60% at least. However, if he has a 20%, 80% weighting on the 2 assignments, then obviously similar to what I said with biblical archaeology will apply. Okay. Let us take origins of the Bible. Last year I had a split in my assignment. I always have what I refer to as the practical side, and I had a short essay. The essay gets a certain value in my overall mark. It's not 2 separate assignments. All right. So you can do badly on the essay portion, but you can still pass because it's still 1 assignment. All right. However, my assignments are always designed so that the one will complement the other. If you don't do the large one, the greater of the 2, well, the chances are the lesser of the 2 is going to be hampered or hindered. Does that answer the question?
Yes, thank you so much.
There were instances in the past 2 years, where the machines were faulty. the attendance machines and they would mark you absent, even when you were there. We hope that has been fixed.
Okay. The tablets that we used a while back were based on a thumbprint or fingerprint arrangement. We've done away with that completely. And we now have a system. I'm not going to say it's infallible, all right? However, what we do require, if you notice that there is a problem, in other words, it's not showing that you are there, then let us know, all right? We are not here to police. We are here to assist, all right? So let me put it to you this way, and I'm going to relate it back to a class scenario. If I'm lecturing something to you about a specific topic, if you don't ask a question about it, I have to assume that you know what I'm talking about. So that's why the forum in the lectures is for you to ask, to communicate. By the same token, from the administrative side of things, if there is something that you don't agree with, for example, you check your finances on the portal, you know you've made a payment for a penalty of 700 Rand, but it's not showing there, then we need to have communication. Unless you communicate with us, we are not to know. We are not mind readers, all right? So communication is essential, whether it be a query that goes to the poor or to Mariette. Secondly, something I need to highlight. We are not software IT programmers, all right? If there is a glitch with the system, all right, what we then do is we go to the developer. Please don't expect Mariette to solve a software problem, and we just ask your patience. All right, we had a bit of an issue last year that caused a few problems. Let me also give you this guarantee. If for whatever reason the system does not allow you to upload your assignment on time, and as a result of the system, the portal, your assignment is uploaded late, you will not be charged the penalty. However, don't try and use that as an excuse to upload your assignment late, because we can tell. Everything that gets uploaded and is stored on here is in a cloud that never rains. It keeps all the information in it, a very big cloud. And everything is recorded from the first time you tried to upload, even if the system is not preventing it. So you may come to us 3 days after the assignment was due and it gets uploaded, but you say, okay, but I tried to upload it the day before. We can see whether an attempt was made, irrespective of whether the portal was allowing it. What am I saying? Each and every one of you are accountable to yourselves, accountable to the Lord, and we're relying on your integrity, just as you rely on our integrity. We do what we can to assist you where we can.
And it may be a bit premature as well, in the sense that we don't know how the questions are going to be posed on the assignments. However, I just want to give an example maybe that says you have to write an essay on any of the books, say the book of Daniel, for argument's sake. And as you read the book, God talks to you in a different way. You see some revelations that are unique to you reading the book. When you put those points in your assignment, are you going to be marked down for them because you've sort of gone out of the way to what was expected as an answer?
Okay. Firstly, we don't mark down. Okay? We don't say we start with 100% and then we mark you down. All right. I'm going to use Psalmody, which Pastor Jenny lectures and teaches and sets the assignment for. She has a number of questions, not just one essay. Let's say, for example, she has 5 questions. The first one is assigned 10 marks, the next one 20 marks, the next one 10 marks, the next one 5 marks. So what are we sitting at? 45, and the next one 55 marks. For example, don't expect to put down what you would give for a 5-mark question on a 55-mark question. All right? That's number one. Number two, directly related to your question. If you are going to put something down, it has to be substantiated. No generalizations are accepted. So if you're reading Daniel, say you're reading Daniel, let me use once again my module as an example, since you mentioned Daniel. All right, I would ask a question like, okay, how many languages is the Bible written in? And just in class, okay, and then I'd let people give me the answers in class. And let us say in my assignment, okay, I say, okay, in Daniel, more than one language is used. What are the languages used, and why are they used where they are used? And you say, okay, well, in Daniel chapter 2, verses 3 to 7, X language is used, and you leave it there, you haven't substantiated it because you haven't gone on with the next part. And you carry on and then you say, because the Holy Spirit revealed it to me. No. In that particular thing, X language is used because Daniel was here at the time and this was what affected him in writing it, based on X, Y. All right. So let me take that even further. Come to Old Testament. You saw the assignment there. I don't know if any of you picked it up. Mariette showed you Old Testament Theology 1, and she showed you what the assignment was. And I don't know if you saw at the top this wonderful word called exegesis. Yeah? Now, that doesn't mean Jesus in the past tense. Okay? All right? He will explain in far more detail, but basically it's taking a number of verses out of the Bible and doing a complete study on those verses. And there's method and methodology on how to get it. And exegesis doesn't revolve around revelation only. It has far more different aspects that involve. So you're not going to get an assignment like you had in, I think it was second year, where you have to give something where the Holy Spirit intervened to allow you to do that. You're not going to get that sort of assignment. All right? However, you can add it in as something that may complement something that you have backed up with facts. But you won't be marked down. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Pastor Simon, for the opportunity. I just want to find out, my question is based on the HU portal, when you upload an assignment. I know the first part where it needs the requirement of assignment, you can load many pages. Now, my question is actually when you have to add the supporting document. So one entry level, how many documents? What's the limit?
Okay. First, let me just reiterate something. Pastor Mariette was speaking about the cover page and then the body of the assignment. All right. That must be put into one document. So if you're doing it in Word, okay, you would insert the cover page into the Word document, and then the body would be what you've typed out. So from the system's perspective, it's seeing it as one document. All right? Now, as far as you're talking about the length of an assignment, how many pages?
No, I'm talking about the supporting documents.
The supporting documents,
yes,
okay.
What's the limit?
The supporting documents is very rarely used, okay. I'm going to use Origins of the Bible, okay. As Mariette explained, the cover page and the portion of the assignment that may be an essay is uploaded first as the submission. Then what I would require, and let me use this as an example. This is the type of thing that I would be requiring for my assignment. Okay, you can come and look at it afterwards, but it's presented in this sort of, not exactly like this, it doesn't have to be this. I want creativity, everyone's will be different. But you obviously can't upload this on the portal. So you would need to take photographs of your assignment and then upload them, okay? I don't want a multitude of photographs, okay? I want to be able to see the content. And I tell you why. It serves two purposes. One, it shows me that you've done the assignment and it's looking good. Plus, I don't expect you to come and give me the hard copy specifically on the time. I'm happy if you've uploaded the photograph before your submission due date. But then if I'm not in my office, and say like happened last year, I was in the United States when we were lecturing, when we were teaching at San Antonio, I could mark assignments off the photograph that I had. And I was able to get them to Mariette, and the necessary was done, and the grades were put on the portal. That's why I want the photograph. Also, looking at the photograph, okay, I can see whether it's a car park assignment before I even get it. Does that answer your question? Okay.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got two questions on the biblical archaeology. If you have decided to do it with UNISA as well, how does the exam work? Do you write only the one at UNISA, or do you have to come and write at CFC?
No, only the one at UNISA. Okay, what we do, obviously let me classify it this way, there's two types of students. There's the ones that have been accepted by UNISA and the ones that, let's say, didn't want to apply to UNISA for whatever reason. We run everything concurrently. All students will be at the same lectures held here. The exams, the UNISA students have to write the exam at a UNISA appointed venue, and we will then run the exam, the same exam here at exactly the same time, so there's no collaboration. And then obviously adjudicated by us. We then send those exam papers to UNISA where they get graded and your grades get put on the portal. With the UNISA students, their grades get put on the UNISA portal as well. I think the UNISA, it's called My UNISA if you're a UNISA student, and you'd be able to view your grades there as well as the portal. All right. Let me just also explain, every lecturer has a page that they see, just like a student has, except all it's got on there is his or her module. And then when your assignment is uploaded, that's where they can see your assignment, and that's where they can mark it. And then what they do is they will have a block where they submit the marked assignment. When they submit the marked assignment, you on your portal will be able to see the marked assignment. And when you open the marked assignment, depending who has marked it and how it's been marked, you will see either the comments on the assignment or the comments in the box underneath.
Okay, my next question is on the elective tour to Israel. If you did not elect that, is it possible for any student to attend the tour?
Yeah. You don't have to be a student to go on the tour. Okay. We've just initially, let me just give you a bit of background. Initially, the tour was put together as a master's tour. And that's initially how it came about. And to give additional substance to what we were sharing.
On the issue of submission of assignment, the first option is to submit the main document, and then the second one is to submit supporting documents. Now, my question is, do I upload everything before I press submit, or after I have uploaded the first one, do I press submit? That is the first one.
Okay.
The second question is, how many options do I have? Let's say under submitting document, I submitted the wrong document. Can I retrieve it or not retrieve it?
I can answer that quickly. If you submit before the due date and you submitted the wrong document, you will have access to submit over the other one. But if you are late, you will not have that option. All right. So because the system look at the dates. So if you submit before the due date and you did the wrong document, you can upload over that other one. Right.
Okay, getting back to your first question, do you submit after each one? No, you don't. You upload the various documents that are required, then push submit. Okay. But getting back to your second question, all right. before you push any submit or save button, check that what you're submitting or saving is the right thing. Okay. It just takes a little bit of extra time. Yeah.
Okay, I've got 3 questions around the blog, because I have had you guys through this word around a few times.
Just hold it close to your mouth.
The first question is around the blog. What constitutes a blog?
Okay.
The second question is, what's the minimum of modules one can enroll in a blog? And how many electives can you have in a blog?
Okay, a block comprises 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Within a block, there will be 3 modules. A module is, say, biblical archaeology is a module. Every module comprises sessions. Okay? So, in block 1, I think we've got Old Testament theology, biblical archaeology, and one of the languages, if my memory serves me correctly. All right? Those just happen to be 3 prescribed modules. Now, you have to attend, if you're going to do a module, say you're doing one of the 3 modules, now you won't have a day where one module is completed. I need you to think about this. The day runs from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock with an hour's break. Okay, and depending how the sessions go, maybe 5-10 minute breaks in between. All right? To have a lecturer stand from 8 until 6, okay, is a long stretch. I've done it a few times because other lecturers had to move. It's a long stretch, all right? To have a student listening for 8 till 6 on the same topic is a long stretch for you. So we will have, let's say, Judeo-Christian Studies will maybe be 4 sessions on the Thursday and 4 sessions on the Saturday. So if you've only chosen to do Judeo-Christian Studies in that particular block, then you need to come for those sessions on the Thursday and the other sessions on the Friday. So that's how that block, does that answer that question? All right. Sorry, your second question was?
The electives.
The electives, okay. You have, depending on what your elective is, you have to come when that elective is offered. So let us take psalmody, for example. Psalmody is offered in block 3. Okay? Block 2, in block 2. So if you've chosen psalmody, then that's when you have to come. You don't have a choice, unfortunately, because it's not repeated. You may want, looking at psalmody and saying, well, I cannot come in March, April. I can only come at a later date. Then you'd need to choose another elective.
Can I just say something, Pastor Simon, to help you? To study your roster. If you look at the roster, you will see some subjects are duplicated. So in block 1, you will have biblical archaeology, Old Testament theology, and Hebrew, introduction to Hebrew. But you will also have it in block 4. So you decide whether you want to come in block 1 or rather in block 4. Right. And another thing, you cannot start with Hebrew in block 1 and think you can come finish it in block 4. You have to do it in that block and finish it. All right. Does that also help? Okay.
Anyone else? Yep.
Pastor Simon, on the slide for elective modules, I see on the last 3 modules, practical theology, spiritual formation. On the next to it, you've got RPL in brackets. Are those only for those who are in ministry?
Those that have done 3rd year, RPL,
Yes.
recognized prior learning. Okay, so that would have come when you have done 3rd year. So that's
Okay.
how you start. By doing 3rd year, you've got those 30 credits.
Can I just say something? If you did not do 3rd year, if you did not do the 3 years, you have to apply for RPL. And we look at your documents, and if you've got bachelor's in theology, you have to give us the documents of that degree. And then that is RPL.
Okay, thank you.
Now, just because you've got a bachelor's of theology, okay, which sounds very nice, you could have got a bachelor's of theology from Wits No, you actually wouldn't have got a Bachelor of Theology of Wits because they don't have a theology department. You could have got a Bachelor's of Theology from, say, Potchefstroom University, which would be great. We'd then have to look at what subjects you did. But if you got a Bachelor's of Theology from, say, I don't know, Divinity College or something like that, all right, we would investigate that college, A, to see if it is on the DHET's bogus list. And by the way, we're not on anyone's bogus list. And if it were on the DHET's bogus list, then you won't get any RPL for what you've done there. If you've done a Bachelor's of Theology, in inverted commas, from something that's not on the bogus list and the modules or the session or the subjects that you've done tie in with what we're giving RPL for, then we can look at that, and that will be assessed by the International Registrar. Please don't think. Let me give you a perfect example. Rhema Bible College. A lot of the stuff that they teach on Rhema Bible College, we don't grant RPL for, because it isn't in line with what has been done through first, second, and third year. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
I just wanted to check, Pastor. Maybe I think I'm talking in relation to plagiarism.
Sorry, in relation to?
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. Yeah.
Yes. If, for instance, I listen to an audio, like a person like Chuck Smith, was as he goes through the Bible, he will expatiate in some areas and all that. Then you get that and you realize that it has a content or it is related to whatever assignment you're doing. How do I reference that?
Okay. You would reference it as an audio, but you can go on the portal and you can look how to reference any form of audio book or audio thing. It is all there. Anything, whether you watch it, whether you hear it, whether you read it, whether you braille it, okay, needs to be referenced.
Okay, I just want to ask, how many modules do we have? And do you have to take all the modules, or how do you select?
Okay. There are 7 prescribed and 1, assuming that you've come through first, second, and third year, so that's 8 modules. I'm talking Silver Laureate now. Gold Laureate, it's also 8, but let's focus on Silver. Ideally, for you to get your Silver Laureate in as short a time as possible, do them all together in 1 year. If, however, you want to register and say, okay, I want to do 2 modules now, all right, and 2 modules next year, and 2 modules the following year, and 2 modules after the 4th year, that's fine. You can do it, but this is what's going to happen. You're going to have to register each and every year. So if you've got a registration fee, let's say it's 1,000 Rand. It's not that, but let's say it's 1,000 Rand. For every year you register, you're paying your 1,000 Rand. So if you're doing it over 4 years, there's 4,000 Rand just in registration fees. Okay? So if you want to do 1 module, that's fine, but I wouldn't if I were you. I want you to think about this on Silver Laureate. You've got 8 modules to do. In 1 block, we cover 3. And I know Mariet's saying, look at your timeline, but I also want you to look at it this way, if you've got time on your hands. Block 1, we do 3 prescribed. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Block 2, we do 2 prescribed and 1 elective. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So now you've done 5 prescribed and 1 elective. You need 2 more prescribed. 1, 2, 3. In 9 days, you could have done all your classroom hours for the whole year. How you spread those 9 days is entirely up to you. Whereas, if you want to do 1 module, you'd have your registration fee. You'd have to come for at least 2 days, because there will never be 1 module on 1 day. And you've got an 8th, as opposed to 9 days when you've got 8 eighths. Yes, Teresa.
I would like to find out, so if I submit my assignment within the first month, I can resubmit. But if I not, when I've marked me,
You see,
She can submit over.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. The lecturer only marks after 2 months.
Okay, so if you
If
do it
you-
on the last day of the second month, you can't do that again, over.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so it's beneficial to do it within the first month as quick as possible.
Yeah.
If you need to do something.
Yeah.
Look, you see, unfortunately, what a lot of people do, they say, okay, I'm going to do my assignment, and then I'm not going to submit it in case I want to add some more to do it. No. Do your assignment, be satisfied with it, and upload it. It's done, out of the way. Then focus on your next one. All right? If you're trying to do 3 assignments at the same time because you've got the same deadline to meet, it's not going to work.
But it's not beneficial to leave it to your last day of the second
No.
month. That's, yeah, okay.
No.
So it's beneficial to do
Yeah,
it.
that's when you start getting wrinkles around the eyes and you pull your hair out and you're having more caffeine than you should, etc., etc.
Okay.
Pastor Simon, can I quickly say something to help the students? There's 2 things that I thought of now. I must tell you now so that you know. The biblical archaeology is the only module on the roster that is not 2 months after class. They only need to be submitted in August. Right? So you have more time with biblical archaeology to submit your assignments. But remember, the assignments waiting is only 20. And the exam is 80. So remember that. And let me say it now, and I'm going to say it maybe once again in Dean's hour, and then I'm not going to say it again. For the exam, because it's the only exam in 4th year, you have to learn everything on the portal about biblical archaeology. You go through the videos, you go through learn, you go through every single thing on the portal about biblical archaeology. And you study that for your exam. Because the exam is only in October. So you've got lots of time.
And
That's
not
the
difficult.
only module that's not 2 months after class. And please don't use the roster on the Bible College website. That roster is only an example. I had students in Gold Laureate that used the one on the Bible College website, and it was an old one.
And we say there, this is an example.
And we say it's an example. The other thing is, the prospectus is also going to be on the portal. And everything we spoke about today will be in the prospectus as well. So you've got information all over. You do not have to worry.
Unless there's, okay, yep.
For the silver, when is the next block starting?
Beginning of
So I
March.
say you have to study your roster. I'm going to send the roster by email on Monday.
It's the beginning of March.
Yeah. It's the 28th of February, the first block starts.
Yeah.
Okay. Study your roster. The dates are on the roster. Then you don't have any questions. The roster is also your friend. Because you have to know when to come to class. Some people don't even look at the roster. Now, how are you going to come to class if you don't know where it is and when and whatever?
Okay, I'd like to close with
Just one more question. Just want to ask, so you can say, for whatever reason, you do masters the first year, whether it's not 4th year, over 2 years. Does it mean that you pay the full amount for the first year and then full amount for the second year? I was a little bit lost on that
we'd
one.
charge you for the modules, but you'd
Okay.
pay the registration fee again.
Yeah, okay.
I would highly recommend, though, just using the proportions, okay? 2 days for an 1/8, 9 days for 8/8. Do the math. 2 into 9 is 4.5. Okay, it's not giving you the same ratio, and you'd save money, really.
For me, we've purely been that you can't attend those 2 specific blocks. The first one and so the one that repeats for business reasons, you can't physically be here. That would be the only reason.
Yeah, well then, send us an email and we'll see what it is, and we look, if people have individual issues, we look at cases on a one-on-one basis. But at the end of the day, there is something that we have to adhere by. Not only do we have a prospectus, but we also have a charter, as do all universities, where we have set down the basic ground groundworks and foundations that we have to adhere to. We cannot do anything for one student that is not as beneficial for other students, and we cannot do something for a student that's going to disadvantage other students. So we would look at things in individual cases and then through the lens of the prospectus and the handbook. Let me also say this. If there are financial issues, don't just resign and say, okay, I've got a financial problem. Speak to us. Maybe we can come up with a mutual solution. All right? Our objective is not to push people away because certain things can't be done. Our objective is to try and assist you to attain the goal you set before you. All right? So yeah, we can look at individual situations, but obviously within certain parameters. These are the two things that I want to say before I close. And number one, the most important with regard to your assignments, read the question. Don't assume the question, read the question. And if it's an assignment where there's more than one question in the assignment, read all the questions first, because there may be some assignments where all the questions are linked, and if you read one question and answer that one question, not knowing that there's something else that would be related to it, you may have put half the answer in question 1, which was needed in question 4. Read the question. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, as many times as it's necessary so you understand what is required. And if you don't understand what is required, ask the lecturer. On my assignment, I spend 30 minutes explaining what I require. If no one asks a question, I assume you understand what I've shared. Quickly, last one.
If you're married and you know what is living together,
Then you get one qualification. How you split it's entirely up
We
to you.
split it in half.
Yeah.
Then you can
So during
identify-
graduation, you won't have a hood, you won't have a mortarboard, okay, and you'll have to come on with a crutch because you'll be doing 3-legged race or something like that. No. I didn't mention this, okay? If I catch anyone cheating, you will be expelled. Of course it is. It doesn't matter. Just because you're married doesn't mean to say that. You know, marriage allows us a lot of things, but it doesn't allow us doing our assignments together if we've registered as 2 independent students.
I can quickly say something. In 3rd year, you had business groups, remember? Then you work together. It's not workable in 4th year. You don't work together at all.
And don't think
Yeah.
Christian students don't cheat. We had a cheating syndicate. You laugh. We had a cheating syndicate of 4 students.
I just wanted to find out, you spoke about the exam for the Judeo-Christian study on silver laureate. Is that applicable?
There's no
as well
exam
on
for
call?
Judeo-Christian studies.
For biblical? Or it was biblical?
It's only in
accreditation?
4th year. Yeah.
All right, we've gone a bit over time. I do apologize. But I need to reiterate, ask questions in the lecture. I'm not going to be standing like this. I'm going to be involving you guys like you've never been involved before. Believe me. All right? I am going to be doing things with you guys that's never happened before. And this is the last thing I want to say before we close in prayer. Whatever a lecturer is doing in class to get you involved, it's not personal. Okay? The lecturer is wanting to get you to give of yourself. So when he throws a red herring out, don't see it as a personal attack. See it as something that's going to get you off your backside so that you can really get involved. That's what it's about. What you sow in the classes is what you're going to reap. Believe me, we're going to have fun, a lot of fun. And there's no such thing as a silly question. No such thing. Whether you like the answer or not is a different story. Dear Father God, we come before you this afternoon thanking you for these wonderful, wonderful souls that just give you glory in the way that they live their lives. And we know, dear Father God, as the year progresses, the information that is imparted into their hearts and their minds will be used to bring you glory and you alone. We know, dear Father God, that today is the start of a wonderful journey for so many people, where relationships are built, where relationships with you are strengthened, and whereby we have an understanding of various different areas that we didn't know before. And we walk in the fullness and the glory of who you are in our lives as we give you praise, glory, and honor. And thank you that your angels are charged to encamp about us and protect us as we go our separate ways today. In Jesus' name, amen.